And here we are,
Oh,
you
okay.
guys, Illustrate Radio. I'm so sorry. We getting off to a late start this Wednesday, but we are here in the building, ready to give y'all a dynamic show. We have a fantastic guest in the second half, you guys. But before we get to our guests and before we get into this dope mix, let me go ahead and introduce my ladies down at the bottom, looking oh so pretty. Co-host Lucky. What's up, Lucky?
How y'all doing? Hey, T Gray. What's up, Stiletto? Happy
Hey.
Wednesday.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Yes, up there in the top DJ Stiletto. What's up, Gear?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I,
Top of the morning to you.
Good
I,
morning. Good morning, afternoon.
Yes, all of that, all of that. And I am T Gray, and you all make sure that you definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe on YouTube. Make sure that you are following us each and everywhere at Illustrate_radio. Make sure you download on your Roku. Get that 7 on demand app. If you miss us here, you can always catch us again every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. All streaming platforms, you guys, we are live. So much going on. We're going to try to jump through this to make sure that you all get a little bit of everything. In the second half, we have super producer John Boy coming through. You guys, he has produced for some of the major names in hip hop. We're very excited to have him on. I'm gonna go ahead real quick and give you my love, and I'm gonna make it super simple. Real fast. So today's love is love and be aware of your blessings. Before I started the show today, I had a whole nother something that I wanted to talk about. But when I got home, unforeseen circumstances made me change my entire everything, you guys. I mean, I had to move my whole studio from my bedroom to my living room. I had to go and borrow a chair because I didn't even have a chair to fit this space. I had to do a lot, and I had to get it all done in an amount of time that I didn't think that I was going to be able to do it. No makeup on, no lashes on, scrubs on, Adidas, just a whole nother situation. But I wanted to say, don't focus on your blessings, because it was a blessing that I was able to do what I did. It was a blessing that I still had everything in place and I was able to make it happen. It was a blessing that I had somebody close enough to me that I had the right size chair to fit the space, and I had the right cords. I didn't have to go and find an extension cord. I was able to move my lights. I got an extra mic. Like, I sometimes forget, and I think just people in general, we sometimes forget what we really have or what we've really been blessed with. Not to say that it's overwhelming, but sometimes we have so much and we're so used to it, we don't consider the fact that, oh, this was a blessing to me. Now we not kind of like taking the stuff for granted, so to speak. But it's real humbling in this space and this time that I was able to move an entire space and still be able to hop on here and still be able to do this show because of the blessings that other people bestowed upon me, because of the blessings that I've had around me, because of, the teams and people who poured into me to make sure that, oh, T always got lights, and, T always got mics, and, even the damn chair I'm sitting in, y'all. So I just wanted to tell y'all that sometimes take just a second, sit back and look at what's around you, no matter where you are in your journey, in your career. And I mean, even if your ass is at the top, take a second, sit back, breathe for a second, and pay attention to the blessings that's around you. Don't ever begin to take them for granted. Don't ever take them lightly. Be humble, you guys. This was a humbling hour for me. It really was, and I'm so glad it came together. But don't ever overlook those blessings and those things and those people that are there along your journey. Real quick, real fast. Lucky.
Boom. Hi, y'all. That was amazing, actually, because I'm definitely going to piggyback off of that, talking about your blessings and everything like that. And I want to say as well, you're glowing. I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's the rush. I don't know why, but one of the lights just went out.
It's a man child.
Talking about that. Let me get into just my lizard.
Don't do that.
Well, it is just my luck that I was running on a stump and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't create anything. So what I did was I say, I want everyone to make a habit of being creative. Creativity is not just, it's not a requirement or it's not an indulgent. I mean, no, it's not an indulgence. It's a requirement. It's an essential to something that we all need to be able to tap into. So these are some things that I do to kind of help me tap back into my creative juices. I reflect. I go back, I look through photos, I try to journal or go back through my journal to see when was the time that I was completely tapped in. Snap has a very dope way of reminding you about your memories and things like that and the goals that you're trying to accomplish too. So I think that that is super dope. Along with strolling down memory lane and remembering those times, try to also think of some new things that you could tap into and or new things that you want to do while you're strolling down memory lane as well, because you're going to go back to the things that you felt your most happiest. And when I felt my most happiest is normally when I was writing poetry. So I've picked that back up again. And I've actually tried to give it way more time and be a little bit more dedicated to it, because that is something that I really enjoy. And enjoying the things that you create is really what makes everything else fall into place. So you may be feeling like you in a rut. You may be feeling like, oh, I ain't got it all the way together. But I want you to totally immerse yourself into your creative juices and know that the gift is in you. It didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just get a little bit of drained. And you got your red and your green time, and we got to maximize on our green time. Green times is things that we want to do, things that make us feel good, things that make us feel better. Red time is usually things, our responsibilities. And a lot of us get trapped in those responsibilities. So make sure that you are making the time for more green. And I ain't just talking about tree. Okay. All right, now that's it. Oh, somebody said what took so long? Well, what took so long is because I'm a mom, she's a mom, we're all moms, and we're all trying to get it together. And that is a blessing, you know what I'm saying? So being that is a blessing. So sometimes the time gonna run a little bit over. It's okay. We sorry about
That's
that.
what matters. We here.
That's what we sorry about that.
I didn't want to know about your hat, but they complained about the time. So why y'all asking so many questions?
Oh, y'all like
Riddle
my
me
hat.
that one. Come on, what's up with these puff balls on the hat?
Honestly, so I didn't have time to brush. I was really in the tip of the hour, and I was like, I ain't got no time to brush my head. Grab this hat, bloop. There we go. Okay, so that's where it came from. But I love little unique things like this. I got this from this boutique in Columbia Mall. Or was it Columbia Mall? Yeah, it was Columbia Mall. At the little stands in the middle of the joint. So yeah, you know, when I see something I rock it. It's all leather. It's really good quality. I wish I got the name of the place.
That's cute.
But thank you.
That's cute. Yeah. So I guess we will go ahead and hop into Spit That Ish for just a moment, because we definitely don't want to miss this mix by Stiletto. So let's see if we could speedball through this
Okay,
real quick.
speedball.
Let's go ahead and hit that Spit That Ish. Okay, so first up, you guys, August Alsina is continuing his campaign to be elected for Mr. Messy 2022. He is going to write a tell-all book about what Jada does in bed. So of course, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, last year, most of this is what everybody talked about with them. Jada confessed to having a multi-year affair with August Alsina. Of course, she called it an entanglement. There was also a song that he wrote, okay, called Entanglement.
You making a lot of money.
Followed it up, you guys. He got another song out now that's supposed to be about her called Shake the World. But now, and this is, of course, following everything that happened with Will Smith at the Oscars. Now, August is like, hey, I'm going to write this tell-all book. I'm going to be quite honest. I really believe that Messy Boots just needs to sit down somewhere. I feel like this is going way too far. It's going way too far, and I low-key don't want to know what Jada do in the bed. She don't really look that exciting in the bed, but
no, she look exciting.
I think he's being really messy. Like, what do you think, Lecky?
Yes, definitely messy. I think that there's some things that should not be told. When I sleep with someone or when I engage with you, I hope that that moment is very private and it's just between us. You don't need bragging rights. It's very distasteful if you ask me. He needs to go ahead and move on, and go find a therapist, because obviously he wants to talk and that's who he needs to talk to, a therapist. Because it's a lot of healing. He's broken. She did something to him. She Erica Badu that man. Like, I don't know.
She did Erica Badu that Lord.
She Erica Badu them. And that's a now because Erica Badu done laid everybody out. Everybody that she done been with, they are totally different now. They come in and they go out. They like, hold on, wait, was it just a fucking Matrix? Like, he came out something totally different.
That's too funny though. So Stiletto, what do you think, just musically, do you think that him writing this tell all is going to
he's looking for a break. He's looking for a break. He's looking for something to help him come back in the light, because everybody already dimmed the light. Like, okay, y'all was entangled, y'all was doing it. Okay, bye. And they kind of just swept him away because everybody's focus was, what does Will say? What is, the whole marriage? So I feel like he's trying to find his way in his situation into what the situation is now with the whole slap and all of the controversy with that. Like, he's trying to find his way because everybody started to bring his name back up. So he's like, oh, let me find a way to make myself even more relevant.
Okay, so we have a video, you guys, that we gotta share with the people. Prophets in the background say we got something to load up on the folks real quick.
I'm scared.
Oh, okay, let me see.
I heard I was canceled, but let's speak on that. Red dot on my back, I became a target, and I'm flawed but flawless, that's what makes me August. I'm hotter than an 8-month summer in Charlotte, and I'm great, no debate, no room for bargain. Really walking like I talk it, y'all just be barking. I'm a shorty really bought it, I nickname my Spartan.
This shit sound like crack, don't it? This shit sound like I'm back for it. And that shit had a nigga paranoid. Industry tried to exile a boy. Mama said we all gotta bear our cross. Had a real anthem cut from Jesus' claw. Brother Sean told me just give it time. And your bitch be telling me I'm something fine. And it's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Cause I'm nothing like you. You are you. I started my little name Shake the World.
In the world shook.
Cause goddammit, that's right, I shake the world. I heard it's some shit that's gonna go down when you got $1 billion on the elevator. Well, of course some shit was gonna go down when you tangled up with the world's favorite.
Moving on.
Ooh, wow.
None of them out of this matrix. Let's say a prayer for all my haters.
Earth below me, sky above me. Fill the dark of night with light, so that the morning sun unveils all snakes and enemies that's hiding. Leave their terrors, make pallbearers of their friends and families. Mark their stones and homes with RIPs and make them all deep buried bodies. Hayashiki, I'm la DJ, Yarariki, oh. Words just cast a spell over your body.
You ain't even know.
I'll put a spell on you, and you and all your ancestors too. Yeah, goddammit, I put a spell on you, and you and all your ancestors too.
I'm not impressed.
So there's so much.
I was like, what are you talking about? I couldn't follow. I'm like, first you're talking about her, and then it sounds like you're talking about somebody else.
Layers there, y'all. Like, first off, why you gonna put a spell on my ancestors, nigga? Like
put a
they
spell
didn't
on
do nothing to you.
And then like the moon, hold up, the world shaped like the world's shape with the wolf at the bottom. I didn't like first of all, the picture. He need to change that because I'm looking at the picture like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is the symbols in the back? Like,
stiletto.
What does that mean? Because you're talking about shaking the world with my ancestors.
Played all of that. I was like, okay, anytime, just cut this.
You can cut it at 30. You can cut it at the 30. Cut it at the 30.
I was typing in the chat. Let's just stop this. It was too much happening. It stopped before he put the curse on us. I was trying to get it to stop before then. In the middle, he was getting
Michelle, shake the table. K Michelle Shake the Table line is way more famous than that song will ever be.
I am weirded out by that. Like he just hasn't been the same. He had like 2 hits and then the whole entanglement shit happened. And
I'm telling you, she Erica Badu that man.
Yeah, he put a spell on it.
She put a spell on him.
She
That's what you
put a
should have
spell on
said. You
him.
put a spell on me. And all me.
Yeah, that
My
song
bread
was
So why
to
can't
horrible.
Jada and Will just take him to court and have him
shut the fuck up.
precisely?
I mean, but you know what though? He probably didn't sign a non-disclosure
Closure agreement
prior to them getting entangled, which is why he could just haphazardly do and say what he want to do. Because if he had an NDA, I don't think we would have heard of nothing about it. And if he ever did, they would have took his ass to court real fast.
Well,
and
for,
that's
well, for
why the
Jada,
others did
so
though. So I'm trying to figure
businessy.
out what was so different about him because the others did.
Ew. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Not her others. I'm just saying during their
I am
marriage.
not attracted to Will Smith on that level where I would be like, oh, I would do it to him. I'm not.
Yeah, he seemed like a square to me.
I would also not do it to August Alsina.
Neither. They both seem like
Okay,
squares.
I hear what y'all saying, but if you had to choose between the two,
Will all day. All day because Will is a man.
Like, Will got a fat ass, and I low key like a nice butt on a man. I do.
Look, I ain't gonna hold you. The Will Smith that played in Bad Boy, that Will Smith, I like that Will. I like that Will Smith. Bad Boy can get it all day. And not saying
that Mike Lowry. Oh, that Mike Lowry definitely. Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry was all right with me.
Okay. Yo, or the nigga from Independence Day. I don't even remember his name on there, but he can get it.
Yeah, Independence Day. And what was the other one where he was?
Yep.
He was
certain roles he played, certain characters he played. It was like, oh, okay.
Oh, it was like, oh, right. He was
just him, just regularly, like how he be joking. So I'm like,
what is it called? Legend. I like that movie too. I like him in Legend. Yeah. Legend. He was ripped. My man took. Yeah, I was like, ooh,
yeah.
So one time I find you attractive, like.
But in real life, though, it's like and scene, and then he goes back like, "What's up, y'all?"
No, because you want to know why too. Because Will he's not an unattractive person. It's his responses to things or lack thereof, or the situations that he's been in recently that we look at him, we be like, because we never looked at him like he was the shit, but we didn't give him the or the
you see how he walks out that stage after
he calls you gonna make a scene for no reason, like the simp like behavior is where that's coming from.
He does give simp. He is giving simp. So you guys, in other music news, and I'm excited for this because I love DJ Khaled. He's going to be receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Although I love DJ Khaled, I feel like he probably needed another 10 years before they gave him this. Hell, they just gave Snoop one. Yeah, I feel like he should. They could have let him simmer a little bit more time, but nonetheless, because I like his body of work and I like what he does with music and bringing so many different people together. Of course, DJ Drama works in that same vein and other things, but Cal has really taken it to a whole nother level. He is going to be the 2,719th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And it's going to be, of course, a ceremony held in Los Angeles on April the 11th. DJ Khaled, of course, is one of the most popular and ever-present impressionados of the rap industry. Like I said, I definitely appreciate what he does for the entire genre. But there are a lot of other dope DJs that do that too. So I'm not taking nothing away from him, but y'all don't overlook them either. So of course, Snoop Dogg got one recently, and he was like, "I want to thank myself. I can't wait for Khaled to get up there to give me some We the Best. I would love to see what else he's going to say, but I'm excited for him.
I want him to do the little dance he do.
He's actually an awesome. He has a book, and he's actually a really awesome motivational, inspirational, the kind of person that you just want self-motivate yourself. So I think really his is not just the he's brought multiple cultures and lines of music, from reggae to techno, from Afro beats to rap, touched on everything from rock and roll to punk rock. Like his and he started as I'm very proud of him because he started as a Caribbean DJ. DJ Khaled originated in from New York. He only played the Emperor got like dubs with him on it, well, from back in the day with him on it. So that's legendary. That's longevity. So shout out for the culture. And I'm proud of him. And to see that through it all, he still had his family through it all. He still remained the same persona. He never forgot about Jamaica or the Caribbean culture in itself.
Just to put them on. Absolutely not.
Yeah. And always showed us like so much respect and everything like that. So yes, that is it. Shout out to DJ Khaled for that star. But yeah, you're right. They could have let him simmer a little bit.
Yeah, so we're gonna jump around a little bit, but I definitely want to get all the ladies' perspective on this because this is what's happening. This is what's trending right now. Paula Patton has gotten so much flack over her weird fried chicken recipe.
But it didn't look bad though.
I mean,
I don't know if I would taste it, but it didn't look bad.
So it said it's not that Paula Patton doesn't give a cluck, you guys. She's just getting roasted over her fried chicken skills and stride. So I didn't even see the whole video, but I believe that she was seasoning the oil and people was like, what you doing? She was rinsing the chicken, dipping it in flour, placing it in avocado oil, and then adding the Lowry's and paprika and other stuff to the chicken while it was frying. So you never really put any season on your chicken. And then she turned
it, and then she did it again.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, her process is a little different.
Her own little, but but my thing is everybody has their own special way of cooking different things.
Yes.
So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna watch my mother.
We all season shit though.
No, we season
on the meat.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't look discolored. It didn't look like it wasn't done. In our mind, it looked like it just wasn't seasoned because we seen her put but it could probably be good. Her taste buds could be different. She might not want, I thought she put a lot of Lowry's in there.
Yeah, she had to put a lot. That's the only way. But I could understand. I can see where it can work because I wouldn't say what I did before is like I would add salt for my French fries, like in the oil or something like that. I'm lying. I was just trying to make it better for her. I'm lying. So,
she said, peace, love, and fried chicken. She said it might look crazy, but this is the way that her mom taught her how to do it. So I would just say this.
Her mama.
You say what?
I said, we not gonna knock her mama. That's just how she was taught.
Which so some people did come for her mama. Some people did, but
her mom white.
I was gonna say that part. I was gonna say that her mom is not melanated.
That's why we
she's not melanated like the rest of us. So I mean, culturally, cooking is different no matter where you go. You can go up the street and somebody's gonna cook some one way, down the street somebody's gonna cook something another way. Latino people do things a certain way, Nigerian people, American, like we all have our own. But the funny in me already know us as a people, we know the non-melanated don't season their stuff the same way. So I could understand if you take your chicken
that's why I said
out that salty grease, that your chicken's still not gonna have no flavor. Like I think, we're just the people who wants our flavor to the bone. We're people who brine, you know what I mean? Because
we're brined and we're flavored to the bone.
We're people who expect something different. So a lot of people came for her and was like, "Oh, that's why y'all you ain't with Robin Thicke." First of all, Robin Thicke ain't melanated either, y'all. He probably ate the hell out that chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait. What was the comment? Somebody said what?
Somebody was saying, but like that's why she wasn't with Robin Thicke no more. I know y'all think Robin Thicke light skin. He not.
He not.
He eat that chicken. And he loved that shit. He loved it so much he put a ring on that girl. Not only did he put a ring on that girl, once he got finished cheating and learned his lesson, he sang a whole album about that girl.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
her and her Lowry's greased up chicken.
And her Lowry's about it. He wanted all that back.
Licking the fingers out of his chin. Licking the fingers out of that grease.
So yeah, I can't knock her. It of course is not the way that I would do it, but hey.
I got one for you. Speaking of mothers and following mothers, do you all agree with the mom of the deceased DMV rapper?
I actually was going to talk about that tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that tonight because I understand as a mom, you want to respect your child's wishes.
Yeah.
Right? Because that was one of his wishes to party. He didn't want to, but It depends on context.
Okay.
Right. And then
Okay.
I'm still going to do things with class and culturally, because I've seen other cultures do this. We celebrate, but we don't, it's not really like standing upright like a statue. Not in the club, because we respect their
Come
spirit
on. Come on.
now
Let's
and
talk
prior
about it.
to, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in a club, maybe not so much, because we can party. Jamaicans, we have 9 nights. We got 9 nights where we partying back to
Party,
back to
party,
back to back.
party. Mm-hmm.
We celebrating your whole life through. Everybody's talking about memories. Your photo is everywhere, but
Everything.
your body is not.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to know why? Your body doesn't need to be, because the energy that you left an impression on everybody is felt. You know, I don't think that as a mom you took it out of context. And I think that you could have put it back in context, because you also have to realize that kids are kids. He's young, you know. If he said it exactly in that extent, I don't think so. I don't see that part happening, you know.
So this way of doing memorials has actually kind of been a wave for the past few
Oh
years.
wow. Yeah.
You might have seen other pictures of the lady with the cigarette hanging out of her mouth and her beer in her hand, and she was propped up in the chair. Um, they were talking about her being when photos of her funeral came about. But there's been other people that have, this is what they wanted, as opposed to typical funeral, as opposed to my body in a casket. They've had their bodies positioned to look more lifelike, or in their own likeness, where they were most comfortable, what they like, or what they did, or what have you. So I mean, definitely I can see someone asking for that, because people have done it already. You know what I mean? I can see someone saying, this is how I want to do it. I think that as a parent, if my daughters said to me, Mom, this is what I want, and personally I think this is kind of morbid, but then I feel like, what's the difference between this and you laying in a casket? Dead is dead. You open, people can touch you, people can see you. I feel like it's not too much different. But I would have to respect it. I would have to honor it. I would have to see it through the way that you wanted to. If my mother told me she want to be at an Earth, Wind and Fire concert in the front row, it might be weird as shit, bitch. That didn't cost me a pretty penny, because I don't want to sit beside you. But
that is how you honor someone.
Like, I know I wouldn't want it for me. I wouldn't want it for me. I feel like it's a little bit morbid to a certain extent, but I'm not one for funerals either, to be honest with y'all. I don't like funerals. I don't like dead bodies. I don't like being close enough to smell you, touch you.
I don't want to take a picture. I don't want a video. I felt like if that was the case, they should have made everybody, to show some respect as well. They should have made everybody put your phones down. If you want to come into this place, phones away, come and enjoy the experience, enjoy the time, because it's not made to make a mockery. My son's life was not a mockery.
But what about like the party goers? Like, say for instance, you didn't know, and like they said, they had the flyer that was out already. This is his last concert. So you thinking last concert, they about to go play my man's music. Let's, party for him one time, have me a little drink, whoop, whoop, pay my little 40, and you get in there and you see him melting. Do you stay? Do you ask for a refund? Like, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wouldn't be able to walk in there and see a full body. And they got the bottle girls with the sparklers. They got the heat. They said it was so hot in there, his mouth dropped open.
Oh, that was poor.
See, that's what I'm saying. So
that was melting.
They supposed to sew his mouth together.
I've seen other cultures, like I've seen cultures do this. However, it's just a different setting. It's more, I guess, about a spiritual celebration for that type of energy. That was
from Southeast. They ain't no spiritual shit.
That's what I'm saying. But that wasn't even if they, no matter where they was from, to be honest. But that just, even the people, like the Bliss owners, didn't even know what was going on, because they put out a statement too, like, we didn't know. The funeral just said they wanted to book it for an event. But even the funeral home should have had it a little bit more.
Somebody should say something.
The funeral home should have been like, oh, it has to be a certain temperature. This is the degree, so that it doesn't become a mockery. I really am mad that this is going to be like, this is his part of his legacy. That video, this whole news media is now
the whole thing. And the mom and the mom and the sister.
Yeah, they did an
interview, and they was just like, and that, out of them speaking, it's just like, I can understand that, just out of respect. I get it, but it's just how it was.
They did it because he didn't say those exact words. He didn't say, I want to be stand up and bliss nightclub. He said he wanted to have a celebration.
Chain on and a crown.
I mean, but so when we go, what happens is totally on somebody else.
Yeah.
It's totally on somebody else. And granted, we could say, we could write this shit down very specific. My grandmother, for instance, planned her own funeral to a T. I mean, from the beginning to the end, the music, who was going to talk, who's going to speak, who's going to sing, who's going to whatever. My grandmother was like the life of the party. She was the one who threw the family reunion. She was the lively one. Her funeral was a motherfucking party in that church. When I tell you, we cut up and cut out in the church, we partied because she planned a party. She didn't plan a funeral. She planned a party, but it was tasteful. You know what I'm saying? It was in a place for all of us to be safe, for all of us to be, you can definitely plan, but seeing it through, it's on other people. It's on other people to see it through. Whatever the mom's vision was, whatever the sister's vision was, by whatever he said, this is what they saw to see through. Whether or not the people walked in the door with respect or not respect, that part, I don't know. We are in an age where it's all about social media. We're in an age where people pull out their phone first before they help you, before they call 911. They want to get the footage first. So were they being disrespectful, or were they being exactly?
No, they were being people who are society now
has shaped them to be.
They was turning up.
You know what I'm saying? They young.
And they already paid their 40. They was like,
so this is my thing too. I didn't know that. I didn't know that people paid to come in there, because now we get into something else. Yeah. And this turns into a different topic, because whenever I know that part there. So not to me, this was very distasteful. You made a mockery of your son's legacy, because I'm pretty sure if he said, I want everybody party on my birthday, maybe not a paid event, or I want people just to come and like have my energy, listen to my music, and let my music be my legacy. Let people invest into my music. Okay. And if I have a child or my family members or my mom, then you can get that. But this seems like a low-key money grab, because that club was packed. They didn't have a capacity level. So you're not letting people in because they loved and adored his music. You letting all these people in because Bliss is big. Let's be clear. That is not a small nightclub. So you let all of them people in there. It looked like minimum 300. I'm going to just say that. Minimum. $300 people at $40 a pop.
Imagine his killers was in there.
Partying. And this is the energy that I'm talking about, because automatically it is no longer about him and his life. This is now about money and a show.
But here's the thing. Let's talk about the money for a hot second. Do you think this mom had life insurance on that boy?
Absolutely not.
No. You know what I'm saying?
But he got shot. This is the same rapper who got shot last year, July, and almost lost his life. So from right there, I would have made sure every single last one of my kids, including myself, because of who he was and what people were watching of him, I almost lost him the first time. We're going to make sure he's covered this time.
You would think so, but that might not be the
life insurance policy is not common amongst us. So let's just be clear.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I would see that she probably didn't do that, but I'm saying like
if it was a money grab, was the grab to pay for the funeral? Was the grab to pay for, you know what I mean? Whatever.
So who paid for Bliss?
They pay. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so much. It's so much. Maybe they took a little bit at the door. Like
let's mess. Somebody got the sisters. Let's mess with one of his family. Let's get them on the show. We got questions.
I don't think they're gonna come on the show because I'm asking.
They doing interviews.
They doing interviews where to me is beneficial, and I think like at the end of the day, if they would have did the interview and they would have said, "Oh, we were charging," like transparency is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. And you need transparency when you're doing stuff like that. Because you charge $40, and I'm telling you, it was well over 300 people in there. Well over that. Well over that. I'm just saying 300 just to give, because Bliss can fit, let's be clear, 700 people minimum. Okay? And that shit was packed. So I'm just going capacity level wise, just to give y'all some perspective. It was a money grab. I can't see it any other way, because a funeral, average cost for a funeral. Now, to be honest, you could have put that up. You probably would have even got more money putting it up online, doing a what they call it. I'm drawing a blank. Not change.org. What is it called?
A GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe. Yeah. You could have done a GoFundMe, and people from around the world would donate. And the craziest thing is, for some reason, something in me, once I said that, I felt like that the GoFundMe is coming. I feel like it might be coming. I feel like somewhere it just doesn't make sense. The whole situation. May he rest in peace. And I didn't even know about him until this. So I hope that his music will now be more of the pinnacle of his legacy. I'm really hoping that. What's going
on? Just checking to see what's happening. So unfortunately, you guys, our guest will not be in tonight. Hopefully we can get him
rescheduled.
Yeah, hopefully we can get him on another time, because I was super, super excited. I'm sure all of us were, to kind of just dive in and see what the super producer had to say about his work and about what he's putting out there into the world. So hopefully, John Boy, we can get you back on another time. He has worked with amazing people. In the meantime, you all check him out at John Boy Beats, JONBOIIBEATZ. Y'all check him out. Keep up on everything that he has going on. So let's throw out a hot take. I mean, we might as well.
Okay, we got a few minutes over there. I was looking at the time like, oh, we about to.
I mean, we got a few minutes.
I mean, my mix was really based on our guest and his music. I was just going to throw, some songs because we had started a little late, but now that we don't, I mean, we can continue until we wrap up. Then, yeah.
First off, though, hold on, Stiletto, because I feel like I could use a mix, though.
I want to.
Okay, look how I'm gonna segue this. A hot take for tonight. Who's your favorite female DJ on Illustrate Radio?
The one and only.
That ain't
working. Who's the sexiest brown skin, pretty slim thing walking
in the stilettos
and being a DJ in stilettos?
In stilettos. She's like, no, with the kiss shirt, making us mess. You brought us together tonight because look, black, white, and then you got on the kiss shirt. You know what I'm saying? We made everything. She's like, nope, still not it. Okay, so let me actually
having private conversations about black tops and having y'all arms out. That's all right.
No,
ain't nobody tell me.
Oh no, I literally I'm gonna tell you, T.
This is like
the whole outfit, like 3 shirts lip, under. Everything 5 minutes before I came on the show.
Yeah, this is like 3 shirts under. Like I had a hoodie on. I was outside.
That's funny because I was going to have on like a black jumpsuit and put a jacket on over it, but this whole living room situation, like, let me just grab what's on.
I don't even have my contacts on. That's why I keep going like this, because I don't have my contacts on. I can't see for shit. I got my glasses right here. I'm about to put my glasses on. Always going to be talking to somebody.
It's okay.
But we family.
It's all right. We'll take that mix though. I want to hear it. I want to get live.
For what, John Boy?
Let's have us a mix for all the people who didn't make that $40 party for the dead dude. Cause I ain't go. Did you go?
Because I ain't go. I ain't mad at
First off, I do that. Whose child is this? Who's That's Lucky that's doing that.
What?
For sure, 100%. That's definitely Lucky.
Pull up.
We just getting random sound effects, you guys. This is pregame.
Yeah, right, you gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying?
This is pregame.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, okay. Never mind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to give her a little bit of time.
Oh no, I'm ready. Hold on.
How he just gonna take her off the screen like that?
I think she knocked something out. There she
go. She's back.
No, I'm ready. I knocked myself off the screen so I can see my I
actually really like that shirt though. You giving a side boob and everything.
Oh my gosh.
I saw that. You know I'm a perm on the low, so Keisha don't miss a beat when it comes to I was like, oh, I got side boob.
Hey, DJ, Stiletto.
Like make
don't even think that you
All right, y'all. Let's get into a little mix, little turn up, little something. Shit.
And if the beat loud, you know Lil Juke made it. Big ass chain around my neck, so these niggas know I'm rich. And I don't need shit but the dead. Big ass stack in this purse, so these niggas know I'm working. I'm holding this Glock in my Birkin. Niggas got a hold that L trying to come for my pen. I'm really finna make another M. Now tell me how the fuck I'm in the wrong if I don't want the nigga and he still ain't fucking with the bitch. I be working, I make moves in silence. Hoes might never like me and I'm fine with it. Nasty, I'm a real nigga fantasy. I'll drop dead for a broke nigga, handle me. Do say, that bitch energy. Y'all little hoes still drinking that Hennessy. Messy, and I'm sick of y'all trying it. Bitch Garcia's but ain't never finna buy shit. Sorry, hoes hate me cause I'm the it girl. I ain't never asked to be the shit girl. Don't call me sis cause I'm not your sister. You need to come to get you mister. Seen on my ops linked up in a picture. Everybody look busted, injured. Like my page, bitch probably want a scissor. All in the mouth like I kissed her. Yeah, we could be superstars. But I'm pretty sure I promise them. Until we clear up the skinny tops.
Say you my nigga, I'ma be your killer. Nobody gonna play with you when I'm with you. Go against any nigga like fuck this glitter. Skeet all third on bitch. I put it in for you, I spin for you. Whatever you with, I'm with it. How you gonna cost a nigga out rockin' with? I got you lit in the city. I been multitasking, rapping and being a daddy to my little kid. I been spending on business and spending until I'm dead. I do all the smack, you know stuff to help with none of you kids. You gonna lie to cap much when I take them whacking.
Whoop it, bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm on my chicken like it's a 2-piece. You can have your bitch back to your groupie. She just swallow all my killer 2C. Swagged out, familiar be bringing them cats out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. With the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back in that bullshit, swing back with a full clip. They say I'm moving real flex, and my shooters they shooting. Oh, say they go press. I get the breeze, then it's adios. If I'm with your trees, then she give it though. When I see police, then we getting low. That's another piece, that's another zone. Ice in the VVs, now she down to get treachy. I got all this water on me like Fiji. Bitch, I'm posted up with hats and the sleazies. Soaking the Zaza, they go straight to the Mazda. Then I'm up in
I throw that ass back to see if he gon' catch it. I ain't athletic, but it's tennis for the necklace. Yeah. Hey, where that cash at? I stack it like Tetris. Real gutter bitch, real plugs and connections. First I make him eat it till he lock jaw. Give it to him good like a nigga stop. I run it up, they busy running their mouth. I'm a real ass, rich ass bitch from the south.
We about to go back into it, y'all.
Nasty for classy. Working badly. Spending a couple thousands on my titties and my ass cheeks. Get my teeth done. Cash at me. Sneak dissing on the ground, bitch at me. What my bad bitches looking for an act. Fashion over dressing, they ain't wearing no panties. So, boy, Sam nigga. Where they at? I just seen 100 bottles coming from the back. I don't work jobs, bitch, I am a job. You don't like it, take a high, pay me for a sucker stop. I'm a bitch ass bitch with an attitude. Pack it down for I will you like you Look, once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck us in my face, bone ass tight, rack stuck up shack, hey, jury on me flashlight. I feel this is last night. Hit him with that good, make a nigga act right.
Boy.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I know that's right.
My bad, because I was
wasn't
sitting over
prepared
here
for
like,
that. I was doing something. I was thinking about something totally, completely different based on our guest. But
It's all
whatever.
right
It worked
though,
out.
it's
because
cool.
I
We be having a roll with
enjoyed
the
that
folks.
mix.
Let's go sometimes.
We
It
had
is.
a whole lot of the fire girls in hip hop. Needed that. We just needed a girls' night anyway. Maybe that's what it
Yeah, I
is.
was in here shaking my little. I was like, I'm a real ass bitch from the South.
Well,
Hey.
Mulatto is that bitch right
Yeah,
now.
she
I
like that. I
love me
love
some
her.
Mulatto. I ain't gonna hold you. I love her. Her whole album is fire.
And I also love her because she was like, I'm just ready for BBLs to be over. Like, I feel like that was
Yeah,
a fad.
natural body, natural
Yeah, she's like, I
body.
would feel like that was a fad. And I'm just waiting for all the rappers, all the girls who got BBLs to get back to their natural bodies. And I was like, I'm so proud of you.
What is it gonna look like though? Like, cause so K Michelle, everybody knows K Michelle, had her surgery reversed, but that don't look bad for a minute. Like she still had to get more reconstruction done to kind of make it look, normal again. And
Mhm.
that's just fucked up. And I ain't even gonna lie, like I've thought about it,
My boobs I
especially
want to get done.
especially when I was small for a few years. I was like a size 6 and I was like, let me, get my boobs done. I had worked out so much. I worked my ass off literally. Like, let me just, but I was like, nah, I don't want to risk it. I see people go through so much.
Much,
You
yeah.
know
I
what I
thought about
mean?
mine
I
too,
see
and I
people go
was
through
like,
so much. And then I see so many pictures of like the recovery, like that shit, like I can't with the
And you
little
can't
the
sit. You gotta
thing, the
like lay
You
on
gotta
your
see,
suspended
you gotta
shit.
put on your
stomach.
butt.
Right.
Nah, I ain't.
Had
I'm
the,
not
the
with it.
serum pocket thing sticking out your body. Like it was like, nah. And I get it for the women who have done it and have cashed in on that shit. I'm not even gonna knock it because hell, it worked for them. They made an investment and clearly they ass and their titties is getting their
Investment
money or
into
whatever the
prostitution.
case.
Mhm.
But I feel like at the end of the day, if I gotta go through all that to get anything, I don't really want it that bad. I'm good. Like I don't want it that
Yeah,
bad.
I do want my boobs though, cause I just want my natural boobs back. I want my size of what I had before.
I mean, but that's simple though. That's just a nice little lift. They could do that shit.
Yeah, that's all
Nice
I
little
want.
lift.
Look, I just
You know
want it
what
to
I
be
mean?
instead of here. I just want it to be up here. That's
Yeah,
it.
put the titties back. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and no
Especially
bra.
you breastfeed though. A lot of us need that. Our breasts definitely change. So many women be like, oh, but they get big. Yeah, but once they then
When
that
they
not
drain
every
them
woman.
joints out, like I would
I
wake up and she
mean,
be draining that joint. Like I'm like, dang son,
every kid I
you
had,
too.
literally, my titties went down a cup size. Like
Yep.
before I had kids, I actually had nice size breasts.
I
They
was
went
a,
down a cup size, at least half a cup. Every kid, I'm like, I ain't
I
got no
went from
titty
a
now.
D to a B.
Yeah,
D.
yeah,
A D.
that's that bullshit.
I was double D.
Yeah, that's that bullshit. Mhm.
Uh, Demar did me justice. He was good, but I breastfed Layla for a long time, so that's
Yeah,
what
but
had to
I
happen.
just I can understand in general wanting to women to be more natural. A lot of dudes that I talk to, we talk about sex all the time. A lot of dudes that I talk to be like the girls with the fake ass really can't take no dick for real.
Because it's not
Um,
about the ass. It's really about like if you have a nice
Torty.
punani, a
yeah.
nice front.
And then what about the women who their ass is so big, but then their thighs and their legs are so small?
Don't
Like
match
that
up,
shit
giving Kim
looks
K
so
energy all day.
nasty to me. Like, don't you know you look nasty?
Look
Like
crazy.
you have to know
As
that you look
hell.
nasty.
Look crazy
You
as
look
hell.
like a zebra. You know how zebras be having the real
Yeah, that
thin
shit
ass
look
legs and then be going all big.
that
That's how
shit
they
look
shape like zebras.
crazy.
Every time I
But
think of them, I be thinking of a
but let
cigar.
me ask y'all this, and look, we'll let this be the last thing so we can hop out of here. When it comes to BBLs and the women who do garner attention and or monetary gain from getting those things, do you think it's more on the woman for going out and doing that, or do you think it's more on the men in society who pay into it so that she goes out and does that?
It's the women because men are visual beings. They gonna like anything they see, but 90% of the men that you ask, they can't fuck. They don't want
Yeah.
nothing. It's just something pretty to look at. Always
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I got a bad bitch. She got a fat ass. Oh, I like to look at it.
Yeah.
But those girls have it's there because it's not even saying all of them. I ain't gonna say those girls because that's kind of like stereotype, like putting everybody in one. But they make you go through counseling. They used to make you go through counseling before receiving plastic surgery to make sure that
Right.
you were of sound mind.
Right.
Now you don't have to do that as a part of the post or the post. I mean
Mm-hmm.
pre-op. That's no longer a requirement, and I think that has a lot to do with it, that I'm not getting any attention and I want
Mm-hmm.
attention, and if somebody is going to look at me, then I'm going to accept it. But I think that that's just what it is. I think that it needs to be some work done on the inside, and we can't say, oh, it's the man's fault because they like I was born by we trying
This
to
is
get
getting a
cute.
very interesting show.
Yeah, he's queuing us telling us that the link probably about to be and we need
Yeah. So this has been fantastic. Okay. Sorry, you guys, that we're having so many technical difficulties. It's been one of those kind of days, I swear.
Wacky
But we
Wednesday.
promise you that next Wednesday, the show is going to be fire. We promise you that we will make up for everything that you feel like you may have missed or didn't get today. We humbly apologize.
An
Seriously.
illustrate name. Amen.
Guys, but I am T Gray. Make sure that you follow me at Sex Talk with T Gray. You all can catch me here Tuesday live. I can't remember who my guest is, but I can promise you it's gonna be dope. Sex Talk with T Gray.
Okay.
I can't remember right now, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely. And if you get caught up, hop on my YouTube, Sex Talk with T Gray. Go to my website, sextalkwithtgray.com. Catch up, keep up with everything that your girl is doing. Definitely get informed, have fun. Been some fantastic shows. The Black men this past month have been showing up and showing out, and I'm just so proud of them entertainment wise. They've been bringing the funny, but they've been bringing the knowledge, and they've been really sharing, being so open about how much they care for Black women, being open about the damage that happens to men. Like, the conversations this past month has been phenomenal, and I definitely wanted to have a focus on guys for just a second. So y'all get caught up on the entire month of men who have been great guests. I mean, just great conversations. And I love watching Black men love on Black women. I think it's just a beautiful thing. But you're lucky. Tell everybody where they can find you, where they can keep up on everything you've got going on.
Magical AF podcast. Yeah. Everything the same across the board. I still haven't released the episode yet. That's because I really want it to be so perfect, and I'm waiting for Chris. I need you back on. Okay. This is your what they call it, your PBA. No,
Call to action.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I need you. But anyway, make sure y'all check us out. Magical AF Podcast, all that good stuff. Previous episodes are also amazing, and they're there. Yeah. And also, T Gray, are you performing this Friday?
I am, but the location I would have to give to somebody.
Okay, cool.
I'd have to text you with the location.
Yeah, cool. No, I just wanted to know because I'm in town. I want to see you.
Okay.
All righty. Stiletto.
Yeah, I'm getting through the month. It's my birthday month, so I have a lot of stuff planned for the end of the month, which falls around my birthday, so into tour season. Yeah, so I'm not talking too much, but just stay tuned. I'm working.
DJ Stiletto at IG, all that good stuff on SoundCloud too. Make sure y'all check her out.
All these things.
All righty, you guys. So we will see you all next week right here on Illustrate Radio on WEMS Radio. Bye-bye.
I was born by the river, I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pistol, I was making that cat. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn up!